I was trying to become a better singer, and luckily, I took that 1 year of choir, and it helped me it was crazy. It was just a cool experience to be in, and just actually being one of a choir and hearing doing our recitals and going to competitions and stuff. Recitals are what the fuck they're called, what, programs or something? I don't know.
Okay, yeah, let's call it that because recital
Recitals
sounds
like a
very
ballerina.
My mind went to the same place. Okay, all right,
No,
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we'd have our performances and our
Yeah,
and it's the best part.
And speaking of Final Say, how much of your back catalog do you own the masters to, or rights?
Masters?
Let's just say rights to it,
hypothetical rights,
not
really rights.
You know what I mean? Let's say
written?
I'm making an independent movie. I'm making a movie, and I want to use any of your back catalog as part of my score, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. But how much can I do you have pretty much all of it? I can just go in there and just use it, and then because you can give it to me, give me the license.
Yeah, I have all the rights to give you whatever I own. They're my music. It's all my music. And the thing about Bandcamp, when you release it, it's immediately trademarked. It's yours. It's copyrighted immediately.
But what about your other former bandmates that were part of it? Wouldn't they have a say?
Maybe no, because I have my input in the songs, and I was part of the song. They're not gonna tell me. They're not. They wouldn't. They would not give a shit. First of all, and if they told me anything, I'd be like, I helped write this and I wrote this. They'd be like, okay. That's how easy. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
But yeah, dude, I think you could definitely use some Desert Museum stuff in there because that's I still take so much pride off.
Can I use a Desert Museum song as the opening theme song? Because I just recently revamped with the new theme, new logo. But when here's what as a side note to my show, I think every year at the beginning of every year, it's going to be a new season. So right now we're in season 3 of Musing with Menchaca. So then season 4 happens in January. Then I'm going to revamp with the new logo, new opening theme. Either you make me one or from scratch.
Dude, I'll make you a theme. I'm gonna make you your next season theme.
Joe's gonna make me a season 4 theme. Oh, fucking
cool.
Shit.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
I don't know what style you want, but I'll just make it.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. You've been on this podcast a lot. You've watched a lot of my shows. You know my tone. You know that.
I'll make one for your Let's Play and your Musing with Menchaca.
Oh, my Let's Play too. Yeah. Holy shit.
So you don't have to fucking use somebody else's.
Oh yeah. Well, all the stuff I've been using is copyright free music.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a place where you can go to, and it's all copyright free music.
Still, original music would help.
It's yeah.
Because then people were like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Well.
Or at least comment and be like, oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, a lot of the bigger YouTubers and stuff like that, they always have original composed themes for them, and specifically theirs. Yeah. So it's their signature, you know what I mean? So, you can go to Game Theory, and the Game Theory opening theme is theirs, or the Completionist, that's theirs, But yeah, that would be cool. I would love to have an original, opening theme to my Let's Plays and to my podcasts and stuff like that. But I've been using my stuff, and the stuff that I picked out is it's copyright free, but it's still legitimately cool sounding, and it gets stuck in your head. It gets stuck in my head. That's why
I like that. That sounds like Mega Man. When I hear it,
I Google searched. Damn it! What did I do? I was copyright free. BitTunes or what do you call it? What do you call it? It's 8-bit music, but it's called it's a genre. It's called
arcade music.
I don't know. I see. This is the problem. We're recording at 1 a.m. I can't think right now. But it's the name of a genre. It's chip tunes. That's what it's called. Okay. It's called chip tunes because it's made like a chip, like an NES chip. So I just Googled copyright free chip tunes, and then I scrolled through a lot of songs until I found that one, and I was like, that's the one I want for my opening theme.
It's so good. I like it a lot. No, but yeah.
But yeah. All right. Yeah. Just whenever it happens, that'd be cool.
I don't remember where we were at.
We were at high school. You had you were just past 9th grade or whatever. Okay. And you had talked about the band.
Quick thing about 9th grade. That's when I entered choir.
Oh yes, you had the band. You had the band person who couldn't sing because he was singing like he was in choir.
Yeah. But he was in choir.
That's where we left the story. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So So the thing is, I was also an athlete. I was a baseball player. I played baseball I'm wearing my fucking hoodie.
Okay.
But I played baseball, and you're an athlete. If you're in choir, you're a choir boy. You're a little bitch.
You're a little sissy lala.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, yes.
So, but I mean, I didn't care. I've never been one to care if I never did. That's why like people would they wouldn't give me a lot of shit because they knew I didn't care what they thought, which was great. So I would be in choir, and I learned a lot about music, especially with sight reading and scales, and like I was a tenor and at the same time a bass. I was both. I alternated. So I was like I could reach high notes and low notes, but I learned a lot about like singing, and I like to sing. So like that's what like really made me want to sing even more. Because I was like, oh, I want to be in. Because I was in 8th grade in Cytosin, and I was singing for that Bite the Bullet, and I went into high school, be like, oh, I'm still gonna be in. And when I went into high school, we were still in Cytosin. That was still a band. We were still like trying to write music. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get in the choir and make myself a better singer. And eventually, Cytosin obviously stopped being a band. Later turning into Rationalist, but I was trying to become a better singer, and luckily, I took that 1 year of choir, and it helped me like just like it was crazy. It was just a cool experience to be in, and just actually like being one of like a choir, and like hearing doing our recitals and going to like competitions and stuff. And our recitals are like what the fuck they're called, like what, programs or something? I don't know.
Yeah, let's call it that because recital
Recitals
sounds
like
very
a ballerina.
My mind went to the same place. Okay, all right,
No,
yeah, okay.
So yeah, we'd have our like performances, and our we'd do that, and like we'd have like the sound barrier behind us, and like all the sound would like explode like towards like
The audience.
the open like auditorium, or like at Pascal. We'd rehearse, and it'd be like you just hear it everywhere, and it was crazy just hearing all these different, like it was like 60, 70 people in the choir. So you just, especially because Pascal was a big school, we had a big choir.
Yeah, and a big ass auditorium at that.
Hell yeah. And hearing it just like bounce off the walls, and it's like, oh, and it's just like
It sounds
like fucking
churchish,
like, church and like
Yeah.
like heaven. Like it's insane. Or like I'm like, oh my god, this is
the
awesome.
acoustics up in this bitch.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was really really cool. And that's the thing. Like I feel like people give me shit because I listen to like basically every type of music because of that. Like that's what really got me into like a lot of classical music and a lot of jazz and a lot of stuff like that, because I'll listen to full scores, like orchestras, like
This is news to me, but okay.
I'll listen to stuff like that, and like people were just like, what the fuck are you listening to? Like I was like, I'm just listening to like any different random composer, or like something I look up, or I like to take look up a lot of video game music that's been turned into full on orchestras, and like full on like compositions, full on pieces, like, so it's just, and people like to like, that's what kind of like got me into like starting to do that, because I like a lot of classical music and like symphonies and orchestra, like a lot of different like different symphonies, and it's like that's really something that helped me get into all that stuff.
And Saul's favorite composer is Hans Zimmer.
Of course.
We both said it.
He's a Batman fanboy. He's a DC fanboy.
Okay, yeah. No, but I was just saying, but just in relation to you, that means you listen to a lot of composers and
I
stuff
do
like
too.
that.
But
Yeah.
And I'll be listening to jazz, and to me, like, jazz is probably my favorite music. It's crazy, but like everything, like that's where
When you say that, I had the like, no, it's like, I know that's a jam, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. No, and it's just like okay, it's not my favorite. I don't have a favorite genre of music. I don't know why I said that. I just don't.
But you have a good kindred liking to it. Let's just put that.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. But I'll be like listening to it at the house, like loud, and every day if I listen to it. What the fuck are you listening to, Joe? What the fuck are you listening? It's every it's like, what the fuck are you listening? I'm like, I'm listening to some music. Like what? Like that's all. I'm just listening to music, and then they're just like, that's like elevator. When someone says it's elevator music, I will like. I wish I had a pair of brass knuckles on me, because I would punch someone in the fucking face, because it's not like literally like it sounds like really like if you're just like you just hear like a little swing or something like that, and then it's just like. People don't understand, like, jazz is literally the hardest music in the world to play. You have to be a fucking genius to play it. If you don't believe it, watch Whiplash.
I say that and the banjo. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, like it's very, especially as a drummer. That's why when people tell me like I'm a good drummer, I'm like, hell no. I'm probably the shittiest drummer in the world. I'm not good. I'm good to like people, I guess. I'm an all right drummer, but there's no way I'm great. There's no way I'm really good.
Are you a better guitarist than you are a drummer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Are you better a vocalist than you are a drummer?
I would say I'm maybe equal.
Okay.
A little more, a little less, I can say.
Okay. But see, here's the thing. Like, and this is me being ignorant about what music is. Completely. Like, I'm gonna come looking stupid and stuff when I ask you this question. To me, it feels like if you are a good drummer, it'd be like someone who can like hit those successful notes but faster, like the fastest beats per second, like or like or a guitarist.
People think it's just
or the wrist,
all the wrist.
Like, but if you can like,
it's your wrist and your fingers. Literally, like, I can bust out like 100 beats per for a certain amount of seconds.
Or like or like
because my hands. The hands definitely had something to move, but it's more like a wave motion. It's not like this. It's more like a wave.
And that is why I would totally be a good fit for the White Stripes drummer.
Yeah, very easy. Yeah, very easy.
That's all she does and then she just kind of like I heard that she's like one of the worst drummers in the world, because all she does is kind of like just bang
she's like a fucking lover,
the drum, like bum,
yeah,
bum, bum, like that's
she
it.
Probably goes through drum heads like every day.
But anyways, no, but like, so to me, like when I'm thinking about jazz and stuff like that, because like I know like there's a lot of mix-ups and stuff between like,
oh, it's crazy.
I know, I'm familiar enough with that. But to me, it's like when I think of one of the best drummers in the world, I think of like Travis Barker, because he's able to like, like. Well, again. Fuck you. Okay,
he's a good drummer,
but you know what I mean, because he shows his speed.
Yeah.
Whereas jazz, I don't think of speed when I think of, I mean, is it two different things?
Speed and jazz, it's crazy.
Okay.
That's why, like, to me, like, I'm glad that Whiplash was made, because it fucking highlights the stress and like how hard it is. Like, have you seen Whiplash? With J.K. Simmons.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. No.
J.K. Simmons and fucking.
It's on my to-do list of movies to watch. It's somewhere in my queue.
It's not that long of a movie. It really is. It's like an hour and 30 minutes maybe. But here, I'm trying to remember the. Anyway, but yeah, no, like it definitely like, it's like drummers' hands that play jazz are literally so callous right here, because they're like they've bled and they've been cut so much, because of like the amount of like stress your hands take from drumming in jazz, and that's like crazy. Like, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's jazz for you. I mean that, but like yeah, that was like 9th grade. So that's just what I was taking away from 9th grade.
Okay.
When it comes to like my middle years of high school, that's when I didn't start Chesapeake. I joined Chesapeake. Chesapeake was my pop punk band, and I wasn't new to pop punk, but I didn't know a lot of like the new up and coming bands of pop punk and what it was about, like that scene of like, bands. And when I finally like I met through Chesapeake was when I met, my best friends that I have now. Like, so a lot of my best friends like Zeke and Eddie and Garrett, and this is how I met. Like,
so Garrett was in a band with you?
Mm-mm.
Oh damn.
He wasn't in the band. He was actually like, when we restarted Chesapeake, he was gonna be the vocalist, but that never happened. So, but so with Chesapeake, I remember our first practice. It was like September of, it's like 2012, or maybe earlier. But Lambert's like, oh, I started a pop punk band. I was like, he's like, it's similar to this, and that. I'm just like, these are new bands I never heard of. And then Eddie, added me on Facebook. Hadn't met the guy yet, and he's just like, oh, listen to these bands. Like, this is what we're gonna sound like. I'm just like, okay. I listen to bands. We have our first practice. It's just me, Eddie, Scott, and Lamb.
So what does Eddie play, by the way?
Bass.
Okay.
And Zeke didn't show up till like midnight. I was like, oh my god, we're still rehearsing here in my back apartment. It's midnight. People are trying to sleep. But so we have our first practice. I meet everybody, and I'm just like, I just met these guys. I didn't know how long I was gonna know them, but thank God Chesapeake was around, because like these are like my best friends in the world now. So it's like it's really cool that this like that band helped flourish a lot of friendships that I have now. But our first show, we were like the only pop punk band in Texas. Like no one played pop punk. No one.
Really? That's interesting.
So
well, I guess you guys cornered the market.
Dude, we were playing like shows in San Antonio, and like every pop punk showcase that came into North Texas, we were on it. Like we were immediately on it because it's like no one else played pop punk. So they'd have like their tour, which would be like 4 bands, special guest Chesapeake.
No.
Because no one else played pop punk. So we were like really cool with a bunch of the big pop punk bands that are even out now. We're still really cool with them because they know like who we were. And like, dude, I still have Chesapeake on my Facebook. Like I get notifications from it. People still view it. It's funny. They still view it. And,
oh my
like,
God.
They get likes every other day. But
I forgot that you created a lot of Facebook groups for all your bands.
Yeah,
like
that's funny.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and so
I don't know. Should I? I don't even know if or when or should I make a Musing with Menchaca Facebook group, like the official
like
Musing with Menchaca page.
Why'd you get more likes there than subscribers?
The group, the Musing with Menchaca group.
And then,
but whatever.
So
that's the problem with my shit. Is that mine shit's like has too much variation in topics that it really there's like no central thing that really holds it together except my personality.
Yeah.
So whatever. Continue.
Yeah. So our first show we played. All right. So we were playing a show like it was like end of September. September 30th was our first show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2012, and it was a Saturday. No, it was a Sunday. The Sunday before that, we had literally just met. So like I'm saying, like, we only had a week. We had a week to prepare, and we only practiced twice, and this is that week. And we like every day, like we had 2 practices, but they were like long, and we were like able to kind of like I was learning all the songs for the first time. We had no recording, so we were just like learning them and like kind of like not rewriting them, but like learning them from me, because I was the one like those like me and Scott were the new ones in the band, and so we did that. The videos are on YouTube on how we sounded too. I'm glad I have YouTube to find some of these things because it's really cool.
Sounded great, I bet.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, because y'all were so ill rehearsed.
I wasn't. Scott wasn't. Lamb wasn't. Zeke and Eddie.
Oh.
They were very sloppy, but at the same time, we didn't really like care. We were having a really good time, and the thing is, it was like a big pop punk showcase. Our first show. The reason like we jumped on it so fast because it was a big show, and they asked us. They're like, "Hey," they asked Eddie because Eddie was really good at booking. Like he booked all shows. He knew a lot of people. He still does, but he was able to book us that show, and it was with Handguns, who are probably like some of the coolest guys I've met. Like a bunch of buddies of mine. They're touring with like Yellow Card and like they're big.
Yellow Card is still together?
Yeah. They're
Fuck. I don't think I haven't heard a song of theirs since
like what, Ocean Avenue?
Yeah, since Ocean Avenue and
like 12 years.
Yeah.
Shit. It's crazy. Like that's the pop punk I knew as a kid. So like but yeah, so we're like, playing with Handguns, this band called State Champs, who's really big now too. A band called Forever Came Calling. This girl named Allison Weiss. And we were playing with them, and we were the first band on. And oh man, it was crazy. Like there's this one song that we still revolve around to this day, and it's a song called Boundaries. And it's just like the song that we all love to play, and we all like, man, it's like the pop punk anthem for us, dude. It's so funny. But that we played that song and people like liked it a lot. Like that's the song that everybody liked from us. That like people were like they knew the words to it. And it was fucking cool.
You must have made like $1,000 off of it, right?
No, we never. This is the thing. Like, so we were starting to like play a lot of shows and get on a lot of showcases, and people knew who we were. And the thing is, like, and then we played that one show in Dallas where we covered fucking Fall Out Boy because it was like an earlier, and it was packed. It was like I'm not even kidding. A room as big as your kitchen. Maybe no. From here to the dining room, to the end of the dining room. That was like that's basically exactly how big it was. And there was like a good 350 people in this.
Wow.
I swear to God, we were packed to the walls. My drum set was against the wall.
Everyone must have been like super like
yeah. Yeah. My mom was there. Jimmy and Josie were there. It was weird. I don't know why they were there, but it was cool that they were there. And it was huge. Like there was a big pop punk showcase, and it was Handguns again. They came like it was a month after our first show, and so yeah, like that was that first show, and by that time people knew Boundaries and were like singing it, and like in front of us, just like, oh my god, this is crazy. So we're just like, all right, we got to get in the studio. So we went into the studio in December of that year of 2012, started recording, and the recording sounded so good, like they were so good. And then Lamberth quit the band.
Oh man.
Yep.
Why is everything out of get me fucked
Yeah.
up? Okay, all right.
And the thing is, we were at a real studio, like a legit studio. We were paying money, signed a contract, did everything. And Lambert's like, I'm not gonna pay for that shit. I'm not gonna pay for any of that bullshit. Like none of us had jobs. Oh well, Zeke had a job, and Eddie no, it was Zeke was the only one with a job. I was just relying on my parents, still, and that was like right when I was gonna work at AMC too. I was about to start at AMC, because it was like going into 2013 when I was gonna start at AMC. So
The job that I got you.
yeah, AMC. But so he quit, and we got into shit. So or none, we didn't get into anything. He just quit because he was like done with pop punk. So I mean, I don't really care. But he quit and didn't say he was gonna pay. And from then on, we finished. We did like four. We had like 4 finished songs, like Chesapeake songs. They were great. Like fuck, I wish. And I had like the emails from like the masters and stuff. He even emailed them to me. I don't have the email to this day. I don't know what happened to it, but
Unfortunate.
so those tracks were. The thing is, like, I even emailed him like a few years, like a year or two ago. Like, do you still have them? He's like, yeah, they're probably somewhere on my hard drive. And I was like, dude, I'll pay you, just to have them. He's like, no, man, I'll give them to you. I was like, fuck. And we never really contacted each other again because he kind of like forgot about, about the band or like where they were. So, but we went to the studio and those songs are just like floating in a hard drive, never to be heard again. Yeah,
out there.
I would. And then in my my junior year in high school, me and Scott tried to get back. We tried to start Chesapeake again. We went back to the studio in Keller where we were originally recording with Rationalist with our buddy Johnny, and we started recording Boundaries, the first track we did, and I still have that track. I have it on my Dropbox. It's only the guitar and the drums, no bass, no vocals, but it sounds cool, and it's just like it's nice to have that. So like sometimes we'll be driving in the car with like I'll be with Garrett and Z or Garrett and whoever like Chesapeake people, or friends, and we'll put it on. We'll like start singing to just the track, not the vocal, like because we know the words and everything, how the song is, and it's
so
just
an
like,
instrumental track.
yeah, and
okay.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And so we'll do that,
That's legit.
And it's crazy. I'm glad I have that and Boundaries especially. And
So so you don't have the masters, but you do have the instrumental. So that's
I have
good.
the instrumental to that song
that's good.
only, and which
so
is
you can
good.
always just recreate it in your head.
Exactly, and it's cool, and it's just cool to have that. But so and then with Chesapeake never ended up doing anything. I pretty much, and then after that, after like trying to rekindle Chesapeake, I went to Light the Way, filled in, ended up being their drummer for a while. Played those shows, played the festivals. Left that band. And then I started. Well, then summer came up, Desert Museum started, and all that shit happened with the guys in Desert Museum are my best friends. But
And the rest.
and the rest.
And then we caught up to it.
And it's not really history. It's just like we're here, and I'm still trying. I mean, Lamberth are still like, that's the thing that surprised me the most is that me and Lamberth just like holds grudges, but we were able to like like it's like it never happened. I was glad that happened because we both went to Austin together. First it was me, him, Zeke, and Alexa. And we went to Austin, had a good time. I was just like, felt really good to have him like to not like that beef wasn't there because I hate when that shit happens, especially like between like two of my best friends. Like with Scott, I still haven't really talked to him, and he's kind of like just ignoring everybody. So like hopefully it gets to there, but like I try not to let my music fuck on my. I'd rather I take a good friendship over like me having a good time with music at work, like any day, like. And it's weird because it's kind of like the other way around. A lot of the times, like I'd rather be happy with music and do what the fuck I want. But no, I know my friends are still gonna be there for me. So it's like it's good that my music is still like. That's the thing that's pretty much kept me, Scott, and Lamb together like for so long is the fact that we've always done music together, which is crazy. I can't like. It's crazy how long we've been doing music together.
And you've all evolved into the unique butterflies that you each are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is something. There's some, the rest of the history is still being written.
As
He does more shows, we'll continue to be notified. And of course, whenever you get another band, I will definitely put a Bandcamp link in the description.
And if I end up dropping that controversial track that I might drop, then you'll definitely link that.
I will definitely link. I will retweet the shit out of that. Follow both of us on Twitter. I'm at Chakalaka88. Joel's at JoelBBY.
Yep.
I think we should call it right there. I think we should end it there.
I'm down to call it right there because that's the end of the history for the most part.
That is good. That's good. That was a very good one. That's a very lengthy, beefy top. See, okay. I was going to say just as in general. Beef. So, like in general, like I've always wanted to do one of these. Like Greg and Colin, they have one of these interview series and stuff like that. And they do have podcasts where it's just the two of them just talking and stuff like that. And I've always wanted to do one of these type of things where it's just me with someone else, sit them down and just talk about themselves and just, get to know
I guess
more.
you kind of did that with the first topic of the last podcast with Clemente and them.
Yeah.
In a way.
In a way. It was but it was only 3 questions and I was very softballing and stuff like that. And so, and part of the reason why, just as a guinea pig, I was like, I need to really work on my interview skills. And I think I did. I nailed it.
I think you did a good job.
Yeah. So, because I cringe every time I watch the episode with me and when I had Greg and Colin on my show, and I was terrible.
Why though? I was watching it the other day actually. You know what? The podcast I was watching though.
What?
That was probably one of the funniest podcasts that I didn't really speak. It was the one we did in your room.
Oh yeah.
And I watched it I listened to it the whole way through.
Okay.
And I was just bored the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to some podcasts, and I stumbled upon that one. I was listening to it. And dude, it was good. Like that's one of our best ones that we've done. Like holy shit, that was funny and just very entertaining, and the topics were good and
very
the conversations were good, and it was just fuck, that was a good podcast. And I wasn't even watching the one you did with Colin and Greg, but what was it that you didn't like?
The reason why I cringe and stuff like that, and a lot of people will give me feedback about it, was whenever I talked about David, and whenever it get really bad, and I pissed off Greg.
You pissed him and Colin off bad. They were like, I don't like him at all.
Yeah, no.
Fuck him.
And it kind of hurt me too, because David is my best friend, and so I didn't present him in a good way, but I was only repeating what was happened on this very show, this series and stuff like that, and so. In my head, I wanted to promote my show more by having I have a zany personality like David, you should totally.
But now people are just
you should totally watch this show.
We hate David.
I'm like fuck, and so and because of that, they didn't retweet, they didn't promote the podcast, so I only had 1,000 views, and I could have easily had 10,000 views if they.
Did he really tell you that that's the reason?
He told me. I talked to him, one-on-one, face-to-face. I met him about RTX.
Yeah.
So he's put me aside. He's like, yeah, it didn't really fit well with our vision, because they have an image.
Because exactly.
It doesn't go with my image of me, so I couldn't promote it. So I didn't put it on any social media or anything kind of funny. Just I'll let you have it, let you put it out there, but I'm not endorsing it. I'm like, fuck.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, and I guess that's more of an issue on me, because I could have probably even edited it out. I could have just I could have just jump cut and not even put that in there. But that's just me being stupid and not.
What if you re-upload it like that?
I don't know. Well, it's too late. It's a year-old podcast, but or almost a year-old. But I remember telling myself then, and this is during the feedback when I was talking about it with other people, is that I just need to work on my interview skills. I'm very inexperienced at interviewing.
Yeah.
Need to work on that. And that's why I was like, this whole thing, this is what I love.
Yeah, it's really impromptu, very just it's on the spot,
Exactly. Yeah. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in, watching this whole thing, and then I hope you had a better understanding of what it's like to be a musician and to be a rock star. Now you know what's in the head.
That's my journey, I guess.
What goes on in someone's head whenever they're going through sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, that's what it is, I guess.
So, once again, share, subscribe. Tweet at us. Tweet at me at Chakalaka88. Joel's at JoelBBY. You can find me on PSN, Nintendo Network, XBL, Twitch, all Chakalaka88. All across the board, easy to remember. And you can if 140 characters are not enough for you, I understand. You can email me boomchakalaka4 at gmail.com.
I said it. I guess I said the wrong one earlier.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Boomchakalaka4. You know why the 4? Because I bought 4 microphones.
Liar.
No, I'm being serious. That's the reason why. Because whenever I did, because Boom Chakalaka, it wasn't even boomchakalaka@gmail.com, but that was already taken. So I was like, fuck. And I didn't want to do 1 or 2, so I got to make the number mean something. So I usually have, it was a 4-person podcast. I bought 4 microphones. We're going to do it. boomchakalaka4@gmail.com. And remember, you can download this on iTunes, the MP3. The link is in the description below. And I don't even think I'm going to chop this up into topics. I think it might just be one upload. Like, just push it out. It's 1 hour and a half or whatever.
I mean, it's not really topics.
Yeah, so the topic, it's one topic, and it's Joel's journey. And Joel's music.
It can just be
Joel's music journey.
Sure.
That's what it's going to be.
Right. Are you going to keep the intro?
I'm going to keep everything. I'm going to even keep the part where Christian and Tipsy are at the beginning.
Okay.
And at the end, I'm going to put something at the end where Joel was practicing the intro.
Fuck it. Do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for making us a part of your day. I'm your host, Lewis. He's Joel. We're signing out.
Good day. Good night.
All right, let's hit it. Let's kill it, guys.
All
right. My name is this is Luis Menchaca here. And
welcome, people of the internet, to
Musing with Tipsy. Tantalizing with Tipsy.
Tantalizing with Tipsy.
Criticism with Christian.
Joking with Joel.
Joshing with Joel.
Joking with Joel. I like that one better.
But what if it wasn't a joke?
You ain't got no choice. Everything's a joke. What about teasing with Tipsy? Taking off your clothes with Tipsy. Terrifying.
Just the tip with Tipsy.
Oh.
Just the tip with Tipsy.
I like that.
That is
I like
good.
That.
Just the tip.
What about terrifying with Tipsy?
Dude, you can
Talkative with Tipsy. Talk time with Tipsy.
You can change tips to just the tip.
Why
would you do that?
Damn.
Just the Tipsy.
Or just a tip.
Just
the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Maybe the part on words. That's me.
Just the tip.
And it's just the tip.
That's all we care about.
It's like a triple entendre. It's a waiter thing, it's a tipsy you thing, and it's a dick thing.
You're a double entendre.
For the record, people of the internet, I'm not racist.
Let me give you my attempt at it.
Alright, you want to try hosting?
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome to the Musing with Menchaca show starring Joel Press. This is the conversational podcast where 4 friends
gather around
these microphones, each with their own random topic of discussion to hash out for your amusement. If you like us, give us a thumbs up, share us with your friends, leave a comment down below, and yeah, that's my take.
That's your take?
I haven't even finished it, but yeah.
Go the whole 9 yards. Go for it, yeah.
What am I missing?
Subscribe, Twitters. 140 characters aren't enough for you?
If I fuck up, still you gotta air it because it's gonna be my intro.
Okay.
Apparatus, feature movie star, or what? You're changing it, right?
The thespian.
The thespian, yeah.
Oh.
I forgot you did change it.
When did he change
What are
it?
you?
Last
I'm
time.
the host.
The host. Yeah.
The host.
The host
But
with
I'm
the roast.
You're
Berlizzi.
the musician, and you can say I'm the musician, Joel.
I'm the musician / host.
The
And welcome to Musing with Joel Chaka.
ja cha cha. Ja cha cha.
Jachaka.
Ja cha cha. Ja ja ja. That's Spanish.
Cha-cha-cha.
Ja 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 is Spanish. So
I'm laughing in Spanish.
Wait, you start. So you start off with ladies and gentlemen. What do you?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
of the internet.
fuck it.
Hello.
Start it. Go. Ready?
Was this the real? I mean, I was planning on using that, or did you want to just go with it?
That would have been funny if you.
Do you want to just go with it? Just like we roll into it. We start.
Oh
this
yeah.
episode with
I'm just
that?
gonna. No.
No, you don't want to start with that.
I wanna-
Oh, you want to do a
I
real
want to. I
one?
want
Alright,
to do a
here it
real
is.
one,
Okay.
but if I fuck up during the real one, it's. I still want you to air.
Okay.
And you. And if I forget anything, you just cry.
Okay.
And go.
On your cue.
Yeah.